And I'm here to welcome it's Lauren Pulver, Jeff's sister, co-producer with Harry, and I'm here to welcome you to this edition of Jeff's Place. It's Thursday, May 5th, 2022. Yay! We have incredible guests for you today. We have Electric Blue Yonder with Johnny and Beth. We have JD Cotton and Terrence Blacker and Carrie Patrick Clark and Quiva Byrne. We are so glad to have you all here. And we the one announcement we have is that the tribute to the legacy of the world of Harry Chapin is coming live. We were lucky enough to have done it last year when we were virtual, and this year we've been trying to do this since October of 2021, but finally on June 2nd, 2022, live at City Winery in Boston, we will have our performers, the Jeff's Place performers, who are able to be there. We'll be performing for a 2-hour show, the songs and music of Harry Chapin, and the benefit of the concert, the net proceeds of the concert go to Why Hunger. Why Hunger actually just sent out a big announcement yesterday. The American government has finally decided to once again have a coalition for nutrition and hunger in our country, and they are on the forefront there trying to make this hunger situation solved. It's not a matter of just providing food, but it's about fixing food insecurity and fixing the problems that need to be so that everybody has equal access and free access to the food that they should. So if you're interested in that, let me see if I can do this while I'm talking. Oh, look, I can do that. In here is the link. Some of you already received it in an email, but here's the link for tickets. The tickets range in price, but the fun thing is you get to pick your own seat. So as soon as you see the ticket sales, you'll see you can place yourself wherever it is. Quiva will be there, and Doug DeJoe will be there, and Colin will be there, and Emily. And we're working on having more. I mean, there's like 7 people who are able this time. Next time, we hope to have everybody there. So keep it in your hearts and keep it in your minds, because this is not going to go away. This is going to be hopefully an annual thing. We were hoping to come to different city wineries because of their connection with Why Hunger. They are very wonderful hosts. So there's city wineries all over the country. So you never know. At this point, I'd like to welcome Electric Blue Yonder with Johnny and Beth. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and let us know about what you're going to play? I'm going to get off the stage and it's all yours.
Thank you so much.
I'm Beth.
And I'm Johnny. I'm also, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was hearing some kind of
Like a
chattering,
little
but we're the songwriters and principal performers for a band called Electric Blue Yonder. In addition to that, we also have a project coming out called EBY's Micro Party that we've been recording up in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, with some incredibly talented sort of giants in music history. So it's been a really amazing process. What are we going to play today?
We'll play all of our songs, but some from that kids project, and then some from our big Electric Blue Yonder project.
Yeah, so. And we call our music space folk because it's influenced by sort of folk roots, but then we add in 60s sort of rock and psychedelia into the styling. So that's how we got our sound. What do you want to start with, Beth?
What do you want to start with?
Do you want to do the brand new one first?
We can.
Yeah, will you introduce it?
Sure. This song is inspired by current events. We met a gentleman recently who's headed back to his home country, and he's in the military, and it's a love song about someone experiencing that departure and missing that person, but also about spreading the seeds of peace. So it's called Seeds of Sun because sunflowers are the sign for peace. flowers can grow. Nurse the ground, fill in the cracks, quiet the sound, and mend the fields of chamomile, and our flowers can grow. Maybe one day chamomile and our flowers can bloom. Then you'll plant the seeds of sun so our children can bloom. We will wait for you. Yes, we will wait for you.
Wow. You know that that song, it's such a sweet sound, and the first thing that struck me, Beth, is when the very first note you come in, um, it just has this like kind of gentle attack on the note. It's just real sweet, and it just sets the tone, well, figuratively and literally for the whole song. I and then every time you return to that, I don't know what if you guys are. It sounded like an F sharp, but anyway, it's just like really pretty. And then the other thing that struck me about the song, besides the beautiful message, was this key change you guys did at the instrumental. Um, that what otherwise would be still a very beautiful song, just in terms of melodically, the way you built it. But then you gave a kind of a breath of fresh air from a different direction when you went into that instrumental, and it really, I think, highlighted Johnny's lead skills. So loved it.
That's actually the first time we've played it in front of anybody, so thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the kind words, JD.
Gorgeous.
I guess we'll do Lonely Child.
Okay.
It's the first single that we put out off of our latest record. The record's called Morning Sounds. It came out September 29th of last year, and the whole project is about processing grief, and sort of through the metaphor of being lost at sea in a life raft and finding your way back to shore. So, if you have some time and you like our music, go get on a platform and sit down when you can listen to front and back, and you'll probably hear that passage through the different stages of grief. But this particular song, Lonely Child, is sort of that waking up to the moment and being aware that you can't go back into nostalgia, even though it might be comforting like a blanket, that when you really go back to where you once came from, things are different there too. And it's all, that recognition that we need to move forward. I'm just a feather blowing in the wind. Must be the weather that's got me in the state I'm in. And I don't know where I'm going, I don't know who I am, but I feel this breeze blowing me back to where it all began. Hanging on push me away. Weathered with time and lost all its gravity. Feeling the pressure, changing wind, and I don't know where I'm going, so I float on a little while, lost in searching for my own as a lonely child. Oh, thank y'all. Yeah, so
That was quite beautiful. Thank you, guys.
Kind of in the, I mean, it's really in the tradition of true folk songs. I mean, just the way you guys put the harmonies together and um, even the title. I mean, the metaphors, everything. I really loved it. I mean, you guys have dipped into something, you know, that is um, kind of ancient. I mean, it's really nice.
thank you very much. You know, I think that, you know, coming from those two songs, maybe we could move into some of the sort of elements that we add beyond that.
Sure.
What do you think would be a good tune to do?
You want to do stick shift?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Lauren,
Song's
I'm
called-
still hearing that rattly, excuse me, guys, that rattly fan. I don't know.
I am
may-
too. I don't. I
Is-
don't. I mean, it could only be from us, I guess. There it's gone.
I think it's
Terry,
coming
can you mute for a second? And let's just see.
It's a really interesting.
It might have been Terrence when you muted it, it went away.
Right. It's a very interesting sound. I actually have a frog that you hold it like this, like a stuffed frog, and it rattles just like that. So every time I hear it, I'm like, did the dogs get the toy? Like, I can't, I'm not sure. But we'll just watch our mics. That's all.
Yeah. So yeah, Stick Shift is it's a single off our first record, and it's sort of about that, you know, living in multiple different dimensions, whether that be like a literal thing or, you know, people who go through and struggle with mental health and find that like some days, you know, it feels like the world is stacked against you, and you know, I think it's certainly a transition from some of the older folk styles, so it's a good one to do. You ready?
Yeah.
We should have known that we were hurting, and we could have told someone sometime. Let's take it slow now, honey. Where we're going, we won't need money. After all, we've got is time. Always right. When it all I hate become our life, where we hurt good people
will it take to learn a lesson we wouldn't know we never tried? Just make a choice now, baby. It's yes or no, not maybe. I think it's time that we decide. Always right. When did I become alive? Where we hurt good people. Oh, yes, we hurt good people. And it hurt when we fell down from heaven. And where did we lose our wings along the way? We could be friends if we get along together. But sometimes life just don't work out that way. Sometimes life just don't work out that way.
I love those harmonies.
Fantastic, Holly. I was wondering if you had any particular influences, Johnny, with your guitaring. I was loving some of the picking that was going on in that. Do you have any particular
Well,
icons?
chronologically, it's Lena Hughes. It influences like the parlor style picking of some of our more folksy songs. She was an incredible folk player from Middle America. I don't remember, maybe Arkansas. I actually discovered her on. She recorded her first record like when she was like 84, 80s or something, and NPR had a piece on her a few years ago, and it really inspired me. And that's kind of like I'm not sure that we showed a lot of that, but then Pink Floyd, David Gilmour has been a huge influence on me, and then
Hey, David Rawlings in there.
yeah, I would say that it's hard to narrow it down at that point, because I just think that we're sort of like, instead of trying to carve out our niche and like be a very certain thing, we try to like suck in everything and then
Right too, yeah.
put it all out as one.
I was hearing the Milk Carton Kids.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And some of the way, your leads are sort of like hopping, the stepping stones across the creek, I mean, it's this kind of sweet, kind of meandering, very relaxing style. I dig it. Really
Thank you
nice.
so much.
I was wondering what you guys reminded me of in JD. Yeah, that just hit it on the head there, the Milk Carton Kids. And like literally, that song was so stunning. That's the word that comes to mind when I was listening to it. It just grabbed me and kept me for the whole thing. Not that all of your songs haven't been so far, but in particular that one just, gorgeous. So
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that, because that one is in particular maybe more emotional for me as the songwriter, because of some of the personal experiences and relationships and the people that the lyrics were inspired by. I feel the same way about it.
It's one of our favorites, I think.
And I think that, if anything, you can play licks, but like lead guitar for me should be like communicating your emotion and your soul, and that's kind of, just whatever the song calls for, I think. But thank you for the comments. That's awesome. We haven't been compared to the Milk Carton Kids before, so
That's very kind.
we appreciate that. That's a good one. Maybe for the ender for us, we could do a kids tune.
Yeah, sure.
I know there's one in particular that I think Lauren likes a lot.
Okay.
Sun and Shower.
Yeah.
And actually, on our YouTube, we posted a live performance of it. It was one of the first live performances up at a brewery in Asheville, North Carolina, called Curses Kame. And we're super excited to get to go back up there next week. We're going to be at the Leaf Global Arts Retreat Festival, which is kind of similar in some ways to what they do at Newport, but like if you could expand it beyond just music, there's dance and puppetry arts, and we're getting to perform and then also teach a workshop on building human connection, or worlds around human connection, which I won't get into now because we don't have that kind of time. But if anybody wants to talk more, we'd love to talk to you about it, because it's been quite a whirlwind of a ride for us here recently as we try to get back out into the world and start sharing our music in person with people again. So without further ado, thank you again for having us. Thank you all who are also performing with us today. The talent is always, incredible and impressive with the Pulver series. So, we're honored to be here with you. You ready?
Yeah.
Hello, yellow butterfly. It's so nice for you to drop on by. It's a beautiful day outside. Hello, Mr. Mockingbird. Is that your song that I heard? Did you borrow it from someone? 'Cause it takes the sun and a shower to grow a beautiful flower, and a little bit of love, love, love. 'Cause it takes the sun and a shower to grow a beautiful flower, and a little sun of love, love. Hello, little bumblebee, buzzing around so splendidly. Thanks for spreading pollen all around. Spread a little here and there. The next thing you know, it's everywhere. Plants are growing from the ground. 'Cause it takes the sun and a shower to grow a beautiful flower, and a little bit of love, love, love. 'Cause it takes the sun and a shower to grow a beautiful flower, and a little sprinkle of love, love, love. Hello, squirmy earthworm, digging in your earthworm. Thanks for spreading nutrients underground. Nitrogen and phosphate, potassium see 'em taste great, but they taste better when they're in potatoes and tomatoes. 'Cause it takes the sun and a shower to grow a beautiful flower and a little bit of love, love, love. 'Cause it takes the sun and a shower to grow a beautiful flower and a little taste of love, 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 Think about what you can do to spread a little love if you think you've got some love to share. 'Cause it takes the sun and a shower to grow a beautiful flower and a little bit of love, love, love. You have the power to grow a beautiful flower. All you have to do is love.
Thank y'all so much for having us.
Wow.
That was awesome. It is one of my favorite songs that you sing, and thank you, because it always brings me
I
back.
love that song.
It's just such a good song, and I can like picture my friends singing it in their classrooms with their kids because it's just perfect. It's the temperament, it's the beat, it's all of it. You've got those little kids all wrapped up in there, so it's great.
We
Thank
actually
you, thank you, thank you.
we got to play a little concert in a local park last Sunday. And
Yeah.
we did our own opening set for ourselves as Micro Party, and then at the end we played a few more. Well, we asked the crowd, we're like, you mind if we play a couple more kids songs? And they were like, yeah, do it. And by the end we had probably like 12
Little ones. It was
little
great.
ones this tall, like mosh pitting in front of us. So
Oh, I love it. I love
it was
it.
cool. Adults don't dance like they used to these days, so we gotta
No.
get the kids out so they can.
That's right. The kids don't care. We used to do dance parties every day at school. That was the
That's
best
right.
part of the day.
Absolutely.
It's great. Thank you so much for being here and wishing you the best, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, and we'll stick around.
We're listening
We'll be
in, sure.
in and out. I'm gonna probably mute for a while so that we can walk around and listen
Okay.
On the speakers
Great.
and not the headphones. But I'm
We're
looking
so
forward to hearing
glad you're
everyone else
here.
too. Yeah.
Hi, puppy. All right. Thanks so
He's
much.
like, oh, we're done here.
We can move now.
All right.
And now it's my pleasure to welcome Terrence to our stage. Hi there. How are you?
Hi, Lauren. I think this is the second time I followed Electric Blue Yonder, which is
I
always a bit of a
think so.
tough gig. All that picking of those harmonies. I can't harmony. I
Oh.
can't.
Hey, let me tell you, your stuff is awesome. Each of you got your own thing, and we haven't heard you on our stage in a while, so we're glad you're back.
I'm
Everybody
very, very glad to
well?
be back. I'm very glad to be back. And what I thought I'd do today is I'm sort of working on a new album. And so I thought I'd do 4 songs from that. And there's no shape to it. I mean,
Oh.
I know you probably, if you're a serious grown-up musician, you have a theme to an album. But basically my theme is just how I feel at the moment. And
But that's a theme, so it works.
that is the theme. Yeah. So it's a weird collection. But Johnny was just talking about how it's very important not to get snared in nostalgia
Right.
and caught up and look forward rather than look back. I normally agree with it, but unfortunately, as it so happens, my first song is all about nostalgia, and it is just looking back. So
All right.
this is my reply. This is my reply to Electric Blue Yonder, from decades down, looking back. This is for nostalgia.
Wonderful.
A cafe in Paris, just off the Rue Saint-Jacques. 2 French girls eyed a boy nearby, nonchalantly reading a paper her back. It was easy then in Paris, as easy as saying hello. When love was discreet and sin as sweet as a film by Francois Truffaut. 'Cause that was the age of seize the day, when everything felt brand new. I watch them now as they walk away, while I'm leafing through my back pages, taking a look back down the ages in my little blue book. A grey day in the suburbs, two people alone in a room. It was nothing too deep, a little wine, a little sleep, a spot of love in the afternoon. What do you expect in the suburbs? Maybe you think it's all wrong. It wasn't the one, but they'd have some fun until the one came along. 'Cause that was the age of nothing will last, and nobody cared where it's leading. The bad old days of the bad old past, I'm just sitting here reading my back pages. All that yearning and lust, the rows and the rages, are just a handful of dust. But somewhere inside, it can't be denied that I long for that old way back when. For all my mistakes and all my bad breaks, I'd do it again. Well, in my eyes, sometimes you might catch a faraway look. That distant stare means I'm up somewhere. I got my head in a book. So if you're lonely sometimes, why not indulge yourself? Just look through your slightly blue scenes from your top shelf. 'Cause this is the age of hanging on in. You're no longer quite where it's at. Why not enjoy a few old sins? They can't get you for that. My back pages, taking a look back down the ages of my little blue. My back pages, I'm reading for free. Nothing outrageous, just a little history, just a little history, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh my God, I love those chord progressions. I just think I can't imagine how many modifications you've got on the standard chord there.
Yeah.
How many augmentations?
It went through a lot of changes, that song. And eventually
Awesome.
it came home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. I don't know how our time is, but I'm just curious, Terrence, when you write your song down
Yeah.
on paper or screen, how do you annotate your chords?
I just, how do you mean? I just play it for myself. So when
I
if
don't
I'm
know. I
going
mean,
into a studio,
so do you write down, let's just say it's a G7 augmented fifth I mean, do you have a format to that?
I don't. The truth is, I don't note it down. I just play it, and then
Oh, no.
eventually, when I get to the studio, if there are other musicians, I then have to make a chart and work out what the hell I've played. It's called
You're one of those guys.
flying by the seat of your pants. I mean,
I could never do it.
no, I bet you could. I bet you do as well. You know, I'm just feeling my way through. I just wanted that. I just like that sort of slightly discordant. I suppose I don't want anything to be too sweet, really. I don't know. I can't. It's probably best not to explain it. But the awful truth is, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants.
Well, it's a beautiful flight pattern. I really enjoy just the guitar alone. I mean, and then you've got, you know, your melody, the way you slip into falsetto, you know,
It's quite a heartfelt song. I know it's not a very serious subject, but just those memories thing. Funnily, I suddenly found myself quite involved in that song. First of all, it was just I quite like the melody, but then I really got into it in the end. And there are a few confessions in there.
Love it.
Okay, so this is a weird one, and I've never played it before in public. About 7 years ago, I wrote a novel called The Twining, Twyning, and it was set in 19th century London, and it was about a great war between rats and humans. It's a book for both sort of teenagers and for adults. It was published here and in the States. And, you know, when you write a novel, you're just in this world, and I haven't done it for a while, but the world takes you over. And so when I got to the end, I found a song emerged out of it. And it's there aren't many rat songs around. Maybe tonight, maybe Queever's going to come in with a rat song and
Or should there be?
No, you're going to say, oh, damn, he's done the bloody rat song.
Michael Jackson's Ben.
Yeah, there was Michael Jackson, yeah. So this is a song about an incident in that book, and it's got a quotation from a great hit in the 1895 music hall called After the Ball. It hasn't even got a title, this song, but this is my rat song. I'll sing you a song, a tale of tales of rats and humankind, of how the fates of man and beast are often intertwined. It happened many years ago. It lives on in the cracks of the walls. A foundling child all alone in the shadow of St. Paul's. She was there every night entertaining with a dance. From some she earned a penny or two, from most scarcely a glance. A young girl in the city grime, with a smile and skipping feet, and the gentlemen tapped their canes in time on the dirty cobbled streets. And she danced for the laughter, she danced for the joy, she danced for the girls and she danced for the boys. As she danced, she gazed to the heavens above and dreamed of a home with a mother to love her. The world is a cold and pitiless place, and she was here all alone, and the swells were singing after the ball all the way home. Early morn at the pie and mash, a milk cart trundled by. With her friends the rats in the shadows, she gave the last of her pie. For those with crumbs, those crumbs will share with their kin on the street. Then their glittering eyes watch the homeward tread of her weary, aching feet. They saw how she was followed by the casual evening stroll of a gentleman collector with evil in his soul. He took her hand where the lights were dim and walked on holding her tight and led her home to dance for him the guttering candlelight. They entered his house like furies, her silky secret friends, and the gentleman collector met the nastiest of ends. And she ran free forever as the bells of St. Paul's chimed, children and rats forever until the end of time. And she danced for the laughter, she danced for the joy, she danced for the girls and danced for the boys. As she danced, she gazed to the heavens above and dreamed of a home with a mother to love her. The world is a cold and pitiless place, and she was here all alone, and the swells were singing after the ball all the way home. And the swells were singing after the ball all the way home. That was my rat song.
I think that's my favorite rat song.
It's much better than my rat song, Terence, so I'm glad you played yours instead.
Yeah. I think it could be near the top of the rat song charts. I think it could be. So there's not much. I mean, seriously, did you like that? I don't know.
I appreciate how brilliant your songwriting is. I love that. There should be a Rat Pack. I mean, never mind.
Yeah, I do. I enjoy it, but it's very different from what I normally do, and so. But anyway, it's going to be on the CD. So this is something completely different. Again, it's a sort of newish song. I have played it here before. It's a little bit bitter. It's not like me to be bitter, but suddenly a sort of bitterness came out in this song. I don't know where it came from, and you have to go with it. But it's not entirely serious. But so this is called. Well, you'll see what it's called. I used to be a man about town. The women gave me no peace. Now if I smile, they'd run a mile. I'm like a walking social disease. And if you wanted opinions, I'd be the guy to seek out. Now I swear it's like I'm not there. Yes, I'm the pale, stale male you've been hearing about. They told me I had it easy, while others had it rough. In those years before, I took more with my little piggy nose deep in the trough. Now they say, man, that's all changing, and I begin to see how. There's a brand new crew, got my place in the queue. They say, suck it up, Gramps, it's our turn now. This is the tale of the pale, stale male. He didn't falter, he didn't fail. Just when he thought he had his life nailed, it went pop. A little bit grey, a little bit confused, trying to keep the beat in his hush puppy shoes. What the hell, he's got nothing to lose, 'cause he's got to keep going till the music stops. Yeah. Well, maybe I am past my sell-by date. Maybe I should have been put out with the trash. I'm old and decrepit and sometimes forget it. And my mind signs checks that my body can't cash. But you won't catch me complaining. Now I'm out of the loop. I know things from the past sometimes don't last. I'm like the twist or the hula hoop. This is the tale of a pale, stale male. He didn't falter, he didn't fail. Just when he thought he had his life nailed, it went pop. Here's what they say. They said, oh man, your life's been an easy road. While others ran, you just strolled down an avenue paved with gold. But now that's all gonna stop. But excuse me, Mr. Smartest Shit, it wasn't such a breeze. I got the bruises to show for it. You know, I got those old scut knees. May I add, was oh so cool. Just so that you know, there are sharks in every pool. Everywhere you go. I'm gonna start a revolution, making old folks hullabaloo. We'll get off our creaky knees and with a cough and a wheeze, here's what we'll say to you. Hail, hail, the pale, stale male. He may have faltered, he may have failed, but he's still chugging along on his old rusty rail. Pop, pop, pop. Maybe he's just a little bit confused, trying to keep the beat in his comfy shoes. What the hell, I've got nothing to lose, so I gotta keep it playing till the music stops. Gotta keep it playing till the music stops. Gotta keep it playing till A little bit of a confession.
So awesome.
I don't think there are going to be many cover versions of that. I'm just sensing. Do one more song.
One more.
I think you got time.
It's all gone a bit quiet, Lauren. Have I gone too far?
No. You've been great.
Have I not gone far enough? Okay, this is a song. There's been times in the last year or so during which Jeff's Place has kept us all going, but there have been times when just looking at the news requires a major act of will. You look at the news through your fingers, hiding behind the sofa. And this is just a song which is kind of explanatory about sort of hanging on in there, really. Keep the faith, keep on believing in what we've got. 'Cause sometimes what seems a little can be a lot. Keep the faith, the world may be heaving and generally falling apart, but no one can reach what's deep in our heart. You got in the spin there, you were dangling in the thin air, but I'm hanging in there too. So just hang on, 'cause over your shoulder I'll be keeping the faith with you, and we'll get through. Here's what I'll do, I'm gonna keep the faith. I won't be fretting about life and its mysteries. I'll shut out the noise and enjoy your company. I'm gonna keep the faith. I'll start by forgetting those problems that I never made. In this little room, the gloom will start to fade. life gets uncertain, we'll just close the curtain and keep out those old hurting blues. So just hang on, 'cause over your shoulder I'll be keeping the faith with you, and we'll get through. Well, the world may be rickety, but if you're my chickadee, all will be tickety-boo. So just hang on, and over your shoulder I'll be keeping the faith with you, and we'll get, it may not be much, but it's true. We'll get through. Thank you.
That was awesome.
I bow down to your chordsmanship. Man, that is just incredible. Enjoyed it so much.
Yeah,
Just
thank you very
amazing,
much.
guys.
Beautiful
Thank
message.
you so much.
It's so nice to be back. Please give my best wishes to Jeff and Harry. Say
I
they
will, I
missed,
promise.
they tell them they missed probably the best Jeff's Place.
Of course, I'm going to tell them first thing. I tried to get them to listen on their phones. I'm not sure what's happening. We're still working on that. But we'll have you back very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Terrence. It's good to see you.
Very good.
Thanks
Good
for
to be
sharing
here.
your magic.
Thanks, Lauren.
Next up, we have our friend Carrie Patrick Clark.
Oh, we're friends. I love that. Not just on
come on.
Facebook.
You know
I'm
what?
just
We're
kidding you,
really
Lauren.
friends. Come on.
You know, I have to say, Terrence, it's, gosh, man, such brilliant stuff.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
What
much.
he says about Electric Blue, I say about Terrence. Like, how the hell am I supposed to follow that?
I'm sure you could do it. He did it.
You'll
pretty
do it. You'll
Well,
do
no,
it.
it's, that doesn't take anything away from all of our artistry, right? It's like we sort of live in our own artistic world and only get a chance to hear and peer in other people's brains when we do things like this, which thankfully for Jeff's Place, we are able to do digitally, right? And gather from all over the world. And I just sit back and I go, good Lord, I don't play guitar like that or write songs like that. I don't need to, because Terrence is doing it and doing it really well. And it's smart and it's funny. And it reminds me of, who's the, You Got a Friend in Me, Short People, Randy Newman. It's got that sort of,
That's high praise.
it's simple intelligence. And I hope I'm an intelligent writer. So anyway, thank you. What a treat. And hi.
Hi,
Lauren, how are you?
So glad you're here. I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad you're here and looking forward to hearing what you want to play.
Well, I'm gonna take the lead on what Terrence just said about the news. It feels. I don't need to point to any headlines, because any moment that you have turned on the news in the last couple of years, it just feels like, oh my God, seriously? Yeah. Another one is coming out of the clown car. It's another clown out of the car, And so this song comes from an album that I brought out just before the pandemic. Had an entire tour, canceled all of it. Dang it. Anyway, wah. But this is a combination a bit of history about clown cars, and it's based on the statement. I don't know who said it first. Maybe somebody can chime in and remind us all who said it. But if we don't learn from history, we are destined to repeat it. And so, hence this song. It's called Clown Car. And in 1912, W.R. McCandless wrote this song called A Bag of Rags that I used to be able to play on my guitar, but the pandemic has forced me to find other things to do than play every day. But that song sounded like this. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-bum, ba-da-dum, dum, 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 dum. Keystone Cops, Model A, bag of rag, the piano played, silent films in their black and white. All those boys never got their guy. 1939 and the clown car king with its horse up front had some bright red wings. It could lift or spin, wrangle gravity. It took 3 men in Mobil Oil's Peggy. A clown car, goofy gag, clown car, load of laugh. We got more room, all you boys get in. Come on, clown car stuffed inside, clown car hope to hide. Come on boys, there's more room, pile in, pile on. Bum, 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 mid-century and the Ringling Bros, they made a car that stole every show. Cram a 6-foot man into a 2-foot ride, and the folks all laughed until they cried. Clown car, goofy gag, clown car, load of laugh. We got more room, all you boys get in. Come on, clown car stuffed inside, clown car hope to hide. Come on boys, there's more room, pile in, pile on. Painted faces filled up every screen, silly spinning marvelous machine. And once again, rope-a-dope, bait and switch, smoke and mirrors full of it. April Fools, sleight of hand, it's the same old car, same old stuffed in man. It's the clown car, goofy gag, clown car, load of laughs. We got more room, all you boys get in. Come on, clown car stuffed inside, clown car hope to hide. Come on boys, there's more room, pile in, pile on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Nicely done. There's a tiny bit of clipping going on, Carrie.
Oh, thank you for telling me. I will roll that back just a wee bit. I will.
Okay, thank
Such
you.
great
It was
imagery.
Beautiful.
You just answered my question by
Which is?
tuning. I was going to ask you if you had Open G or something on there.
It's actually Dadgad.
Oh, it was Dadgad. Okay.
Yeah, you remember the well, I grew up with John Denver, right? John Denver was my everything.
Me too. Yeah.
When I was in grade school, or well, however old I was what, 20 years old. My dad walked me to school when I was in the 5th grade because he was in the 6th. Nothing? Anybody? Nothing?
I didn't. Yeah, a little bit quick for me, but I got it.
Well, there's too much caffeine, and I got to keep up with all these kids and all these smart people that are coming before me. Yeah, it's a tuning that I discovered. My wife sent me to Alaska for my 40th birthday, and I learned how to untune my guitar. And I remember the teacher said, "Now go back to your cabin and put your fingers on the fretboard." It's kind of what Terrence was saying when you had asked JD about charting the chords. I'm in the same boat on these alternative tunings. I have no clue what these chords are, because there's voicings that you get with alternative tunings. And generally, this is a little theory, but generally all of the strings are tuned to either the 1 or the 5th. And one of the strings is either tuned to the 3rd or another note. Mm-hmm. And you can make magic on a guitar with one finger. And so most of that stuff sounded amazing and was pretty simple to do if I could remember how to do it. That's the old pale male coming out in me. There's 2 of us apparently. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, the Dadgad, I discovered how to tune a guitar in Alaska, and probably the best teaching that was ever given to anybody. Go back to your cabin and put your fingers on the fretboard, and if it sounds crappy, Move your fingers.
Good advice.
And so that's where I came up with this stuff that it's like, I don't know what it is and I don't really care. So all of these songs that I'm sharing came from this album called What a Show, because it just has felt like a circus for me. I live in the States, a little town outside of Toledo, Ohio. And like most people, I just kind of like watching World Wrestling Federation. When I was a younger kid, I would come back and flip through the 3 channels that we had access to as a child. And I would find myself eating late at night because I was wired from the show, right? And I would land on this World Wrestling Federation because it was the only action that was on television. And I would shake my head going, are people buying this? I mean, I continued to watch it, but just questioned and went, do people think this is real? And like for the last several years, I'm just shaking my head going, do people think this is real? Let me get that door for you. Your arms are more than full. I do not make a career of this. I have a lot of pull. Forgive me, my name's Carrie. It's nice to meet you too. Don't you just love it when strangers meet? They help each other through. Yes, you're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Yes, you're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Welcome here. Now the scientists say one thing, others flatly disagree. Silent are those who will never ask which truth should be believed. So the arguments continue in this deafening debate. Open minds seek to understand, looking through the eyes of race. Excuse me. Yes, you are welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Yes, you're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. So it goes with every issue. Some are silenced, set apart. The question now is when to wide the opening of our hearts. Yes, you're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Yes, you're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. That's what I love about Jeff's Place. Everyone's welcome, no matter your political leaning or your style of music or the genres you listen to or what volume you play at. Oh, everyone's welcome here. Everyone's welcome here.
Great song.
Oh my God, that is so wonderful.
Thanks
That
so
could
much.
become obviously that could become like the theme song for Jeff's Place, or
Feels great.
maybe even Cheers. You know, I mean, it's just like got this. Just
Maybe you could do it. You can do a deal with Lauren while Jeff and Harry are away. Maybe you get a quick deal with Lauren. And,
We should for $1, maybe for like 99 years or something. Yes. Yes. Well,
Sorry, I had to take care of those dogs of mine. They were screaming
no.
at each other.
Dogs are welcome too. That's fine. They're absolutely welcome. I failed to mention the furry babies are absolutely welcome. Interesting. Last weekend, there was a split in the Methodist Church. I have served as a worship leader for several years because I want to play music, and that allowed me to be married and be a dad while our son graduated high school and not travel as much as I have in my lifetime. And thank God, because the pandemic hit, that was sort of the saving grace. And in the meantime, was it 2 or 3 years ago, the Methodist Church, the gay lesbian issue came into the Methodist Church, and they had a special meeting about that. And it was fascinating to me. I'm watching this vote. I wasn't there, but I'm watching the live stream and just end up bawling my eyes out, because how can you have a saying on every church that I've gone by, every Methodist church, that says open hearts, open minds, and open doors? Oh, but not for you. I'm sorry. So I just literally that song just came out of that perspective. Hey, let me get that door for you. I know your hands are full. I don't make a career of this, but I have a lot of pull. Just being Carrie, just trying to make light of it, and then just go, seriously, I don't know what you're carrying, and I don't care. We all got crap. Let's help each other out. So that's sort of where that song comes from, and I'm glad that resonated with you. And the beauty of it is sometimes we as singer-songwriters tell the story of where the song comes from, which limits a listener into hearing it how he or she will interpret it, because a good song, right? Hopefully a good song will resonate with a listener and find meaning in the listener in a way that doesn't matter how it was written. But that's sort of the beauty of songs, and hopefully my writing can transcend wherever the story brings it. So anyway, let me share this song. I have not done this song before live anyway. We work with a lot of hurting people in Northwest Ohio. We have a couple of family foundations, and one of them deals with the opioid overdose and heroin addiction that is so prevalent here in Ohio, in our states. And it really, it's, the heroin addiction, drug addiction in general is just a symptom of a larger problem, which is the hurt that we feel inside. And so that's sort of where this song started. If you could feel my heart, it's got a restless groove. Ain't no standing still. It makes me wanna move. I try to run, I try to hide. Ain't no escape from the stuff inside. I'm stuck inside, from the stuff inside. Nowhere to hide from the stuff inside. It calls me down, it knows my name, it takes my hand, and it shares my shame. In this valley low, barely getting sun, oh, I drink it dry. It's gonna make me numb. It's gonna make me numb. It's gonna make me numb. Drink it dry. Make me numb. So I cling and crawl from disgusting depths. I collapse, I fall, gasp for every breath. I try to scream, there ain't no sound. My hope lets go, so I tumble down. Well, I tumble down, I tumble down. There ain't no sound when I tumble down. If you could feel my heart, it's got a restless groove. Ain't no standing still, makes me wanna move. And I try to run, I try to hide. There ain't no escape from the stuff inside. And I try to run, I try to hide. there ain't no escape from the stuff inside.
That was awesome.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you so much, Carrie. Thanks for all your passion and for sharing your words and your music and your jokes. I love them.
Well, you're welcome, and I don't want to leave us there. Let me share my last song. It's
Oh, I thought you had your last. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
no, don't apologize. But I'm sorry for you, because had I paid attention, no, this is song number 4 for me. But yeah, I don't want to leave it there. I want to be positive. I mean, that's what I'm about, right? Glass half full, glass half empty.
I totally get it. I totally get it. I got 2 more performers on after you. So as long as they're okay waiting a little longer, shake your head. No, it's good. It's okay. All right, you got it. It's yours. See
All
ya.
right, here, quick. Let's just do this song. Opiate addiction or headlines, no matter what the crap is we got going in our lives, the challenge is that we all have crap going on in our lives, right? It's the connection that brings us out of loneliness or addiction or hopelessness. That's what this song is about. You're not the only one who's argued with a voice that has no claim, yet still accuses. Tried a million ways to stop the noise, the silence shows, then refuses the lies, the fears and doubts. That list just don't run out. Simple truth is love already mastered. You matter. You matter. From once upon a time till ever after. You matter. You matter. I'll get to the bridge. So take a moment now and breathe it in. Your tingling skin, that's surrender. And if the tears should come, then let them flow. You know that they know, they remember. Simple truth is love already mastered. You matter, you matter. From once upon a time till or after, you matter, you matter. Thanks for letting me join you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Go on. Thank you. You're welcome.
You sit back and enjoy the rest of the show. We're glad to have you, and we'll see you soon.
Sounds good, Lauren. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce JD Cotton. There he is. Thank you so much, JD, for helping me out with the conversations with the artist.
I would do it anyway.
Well, that's good. So thanks. It's just who you are. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit, and I'll jump out of the way, and you can get to your song.
Yeah. Well, it is tough following all these excellent songwriters and musicians, but what really strikes me is the range on the show here. I mean, the range of different styles and genres, talent. I'm just humbled to be a part of it. Anyway, my name's JD Cotton. I'm originally from the Midwestern part of the United States in southern Missouri. Not too far from Ohio. And in fact, I'd worked at NASA up there in Cleveland for a while, and I got around that area a little bit, Carrie. Anyway, I've been writing songs really since I was 15, and I spent the bulk of my life in an engineering career, and I recently retired, mostly retired, still working part-time, but I'm songwriting now in full force, and I just try to tell stories with my songs. So the first song I'll play is really, it's a dedication to the losses surrounding a wildfire that tore through Northern California in 2018. And there were a number of lives lost, and it was a very costly fire in a number of ways. So it was called the Camp Fire. And it really kicked off the awareness of how serious wildfires were becoming because of the drying out of a number of environments around the world. So this one's called California Burning. And I tried to put the song in the context of a love song that I imagined happening as this wildfire was moving through the area. These angry winds are falling like a freight train from the sun, and these skeletons are calling out to everyone. I want to rise up from this heat. If I had somewhere to run, California burning. Well, I left her in Magalia, and I told her not to cry. We all gathered at the campfire. We got lost in paradise. I will rise up from this heat. If I had somewhere to run, California burning. California burning. California burning. Santa Ana, she has flown again. God only knows off to where. I'm thinking maybe she's gone home again, and love released into thin air. California burning. To see her fly like night birds in the sky. California burning. Smoke in the night falling on your eyes. California burning. The embers rising to a sunset sky. California burning. Thank you.
What an intense song. Wow, J.D. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's I was going to say something. Probably the energy level will be dropping as myself and Quiva get on here at the end of the show. I guess I tend to write songs that are a little bit maybe more introspective.
Are you calling Carrie and me vulgar, JD? It sounding a little as if you're thinking we're not as deep as you, and you and Quiva.
No, not vulgar.
We can have a little songwriter discussion here.
Just
Carrie and I can do introspection. Don't worry about it.
A little more upbeat. A little more upbeat is all I'm saying.
No, he's got
not quite as
color in his
refined.
he's got color in his hair and his face. He's not a pale stale. Well, he's not a pale male.
Right.
Introspection is good.
All right. This next one is it's well, you start a song and you're not really sure what it's about. That ever happens to you guys? And then as you write it, it sort of corrals itself into an area. So I wasn't really sure what this was about, but it turned into a song about a guy that is thinking back on what could have been. It's called Better Late. I knew you well when I was young, and we got through some serious stuff, floating upon a rickety ark and taking it down, tear it apart. I've walked through a lot of weather, and I'm losing the ones I will love forever. They don't pass that you don't cross my mind. Better late than never. Better late than never. Better late than never, and just in time. Remember the day I went back to school, sold my guitar, and turned my back on you. It was the only escape that I could define to get out of Dodge and out of my mind. I walked through a lot of weather, and I'm losing the ones I will love forever. A day don't pass that you don't cross my mind. It's better late than never. Better late than never. Better late than never, just in time. I was just a lonely boy from nowhere, looking for the heart I used to hold there. But let's not go there. Better late than never. Better late than never. Better late than never. It's better late than never. Better late than never. And don't you know it's better late than never. Better late than never. Am I right to show it? It's better late than never. Am I just in time? Thank you. Been a while since I played that one.
You got a bit of a Bruce vibe going on there, haven't you, JD?
British vibe?
Bruce, bit of a Bruce Springsteen vibe.
I guess I could. I haven't been compared to Bruce before, but I'll take it for sure.
No, I think honest Bruce is quite, not that's like albums like Nebraska, you've got that sort of quiet intensity to your voice. I think it's
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, so I'm part of Songwriters in Seattle. It's a local songwriters group, and we have a number of activities and things to encourage us to write. And there's one guy that has a monthly songwriters challenge where he'll give you a prompt, and you got to write around the prompt. So this most recent one was the prompt was criminal, and you could take criminal a lot of ways. But I tried to take it in the sense that, you know, what is the most criminal thing I could think of? And I thought of a number of refugee crises happening around the world. And I started writing it that way. And then one of the criticisms that came back from the group is that, you know, do I really have a right to put myself in the place of somebody going through something I'd never been through? And so I started changing the song, and I tried to make it more general, a little bit what Carrie was saying. I tried to make the song where maybe you could pull from it your own challenges and things, you know, where you need to make a change, and it's very difficult and you have to get out of it. So
the answer to that is yes. By the way, JD, of course you have the right to go put yourself in the position of somebody whose experience isn't the same as yours. That's what storytelling is.
Thank you. I came to the same conclusion eventually after, you know, that feedback, but I had a lot of self-doubt in the process. So the song sort of morphed, and you guys, I'd be interested in your feedback. I haven't really, I mean, it's not recorded or anything, but let me know what you think. Criminal. In the dark of the night, 1 foot upon the road, and 1 upon the doorstep of all you've ever known. Your heart is gone, and your mind is soon to go, chasing all the promises to where the cold wind blows. Ain't that criminal? What you gotta do? Ain't that criminal? What it's doing to you? You gotta go so far before the sun will shine again. Get a one-way ticket on a train that never ends. It ain't that physical, it's just a trick of the mind. When you know the destination, but you don't know what you'll find. Ain't that criminal? What you gotta do? Ain't that criminal? What it doing to you? Well, they may take your money, they may even take your pride. They may take the evening train and leave you on the other side, hidden in the shadow where the lucky and the strong will survive. Well, ain't that criminal? What you gotta do? Ain't that criminal? Ain't it true? Ain't that criminal? Ain't that criminal? Ain't that criminal? what they're doing to you.
Wow, that's brilliant. That's really brilliant.
Thank you.
The payoff for me is the question that you end your chorus with. And the whole idea of the chorus, ain't that criminal? But ain't that criminal what they're doing to you? So the description for me is like, everybody on some level has been a refugee. However, they've been an outcast or felt lonely. I think as a songwriter, you can, I totally agree with Terrence. Absolutely. Sing your song and write your truth, and
Thank you.
don't apologize for it, because for me, it comes back to that line, gives all permission in the world. Ain't that criminal what they're doing to you? Because that's the payoff for.
Thank you.
Yeah, good on you.
I also think it's, this is going to sound not like a compliment, but it's a huge compliment. I think that's a fantastic pop song. I just think that the chorus, I can just imagine a group doing that. I just think it's really catchy, and you really turn that criminal idea into something interesting. And I think you should try and sell that, because I just think it could be a really commercial. I think it's really commercial.
Thank you. Thanks for that positive feedback. It's a little bit, maybe a little bit of a contradiction. I mean, that chorus, everything gets kind of light and sort of lifts up.
Yeah, that's
but,
okay.
It's still I think, a kind of a thoughtful song. But anyway, I like the contrast, so it worked out for me.
I'm happy to hear three artists singing songs that are in minor keys.
Right. Is there, what do you think, Lawrence? Another one? You sure? Okay.
Yay.
All right.
Well, get that red guitar out. Yeah, come on.
All right. Well, I want to make sure there's time for Quiva, so I'll do a little ukulele song. I won't give you too much background on this, but Hawaii is not very far for us to go for vacation, so we've been there a lot the last 15 years. And every time I go there, I always think about, there's this, what you call sense of guilt, where basically starting with all the whaling industry got in there, and then they just kind of appropriated, the whole island. And it's, I enjoy it, but I'm just super respectful, I think, of my presence there, and, to Native Hawaiian peoples. Anyway, this is my song really about how I love that place. And it was inspired really by a novel by Jack London. And anyway, it's called Life in Hawaii is a Song. Life in Hawaii is a song, a breeze that plays among the palms, a lullaby you hum along. Life in Hawaii is a song. While the sun set on the night, I bought everything that I could buy. I kissed a girl and made her cry, while the sun set on the night. Climbed Haleakala today, while Pele's fire burned away. All the things I didn't say. Climbed Haleakala today, while the rain fell from the sky. They cut the cane and waved goodbye. mothers wept for Molokai, while the rain fell from the sky. His life in Hawaii is a song, a breeze that plays among the palms, a lullaby you hum along. Life in Hawaii is a song. Thank you.
That was awesome, JD. It was amazing. I loved your ukulele. It's so cool. It feels like Hawaii, like when you play. It's
Yeah, it
so,
always brings to mind those images.
it's just awesome. And thank you so much for being here today and for helping me out and
Absolutely.
keeping it going. And
Thank you for having me.
oh, I'm just so glad you're here. We're gonna turn ourselves over to Ireland and welcome Cuiva onto our stage. Hey there, how are ya?
Hello, hello. I'm good.
It's
How are
good
you?
to have you back. I'm good, and love to all your family and everybody.
Thank you.
I know it's getting late by you, but it's good to have you. And we have been pushing our Harry Chapin show, talking about June 2nd, and you will be there with Oisin and Column. So we're very excited. The tickets are actually, I'll put the link in again. I don't know. I don't know what else. This is not my forte. If you were a class of children, I could be fine, but this part makes me crazy. So, Cuiva, introduce yourself and have fun playing. Tell us about your songs and about you.
Thank you. So I'm Cuiva. I live in Ireland, in the Midlands, kind of towards the east. I had to think about it there. I've been playing music since I was born, pretty much. Before I could talk, I was singing. And the first song I'm going to play for you today is a cover of a Sarah McLachlan song. It's called Angel. I always found this song really sad. It's kind of a funeral song, I hate to say it, but I guess it comes from a place of we had a loss in my family quite recently. And even though it was very sad, it kind of has brought into my life the whole thing of the meaning that you find in life, and it often does come to light when someone passes. Is it's all love. It's all about love and how much we love each other. So look, that's where I'm coming from with this. That's why I chose this song. I hope you like my version of it. Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction or beautiful release, and memories seep from my veins. Let me be empty, oh, and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent revelry, of the straight line, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting, you keep on building the lies that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference, escaping one last time. It's easier to believe in this sweet madness, oh, this glorious sadness that brings me to my knees. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. Thank you. I hope that sounded okay. I don't know, my mic was being a bit funny earlier, so.
Sounded great.
It was
Thank you.
beautiful. Beautiful. Is that what you sang at your uncle's?
No, actually, that's just a song that I've kind of always turned to when I've come across loss. I've never experienced such a close loss as my uncle, but whenever I've had acquaintances maybe pass away, or kind of a more distant loved one, I would listen to that song as my way of kind of feeling sad and letting myself feel sad about it, because it's important. At my uncle's funeral, there were a lot of different songs, really wonderful songs that he would have sang. Songs like Raglan Road and The Parting Glass. If anybody wants to look up those songs at some point, you really should, because they're amazing. So it was really special to be able to play songs like that. So yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's sad, but it's happy as well to be able to feel and love and care, you know.
It's true.
Yeah. The next song I'm going to play is one of mine, and it's another Debbie Downer, but it ends on a nice note, so hopefully I won't lose you. Oh, I should mention as well, this song is on Spotify. It's called I Don't Like Singing Anymore, and during the week I released 2 new demos on Spotify, so if anybody wants to listen to those, I'd really appreciate it. I don't like singing anymore. I don't know what the hell I ever sang for. When it all goes wrong and nothing's right, it don't help me to sleep at night. So I don't like singing anymore. And I don't feel like talking anymore. I don't know what the hell I ever talked for. And all the words I have to say won't change or take the pain away. I won't bother talking anymore. And I don't feel like dancing anymore. My mind is low, my legs are weak, my heart is sore. Since the blues have moved into my brain, I sleep away another day. I don't like dancing anymore. And I don't like living anymore. I've forgotten all the things I used to live for. When the pain is all that I can see, it just don't make no sense to me. So I don't like living anymore. And I don't like singing anymore. I don't know what the hell I ever sang for, till I saw that look in your eye, and it seemed like things might be alright. So I guess I could keep singing till I'm sure. Thank you. I love when I play that song for people, I love just looking up at the end at that point where I say, I guess I could keep singing, because every single time people kind of smile or laugh, or, you know, it's just such a nice moment.
It's a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah. Oh, phew, she's okay. But no, it's kind of a reflection on life as well, though, because, you know, there are times when you don't like doing the things that normally give you everything, that
Yeah.
normally make you feel like a person. But it usually does come back, you know, after a while. Sometimes maybe it takes a bit of a push, but it does come back.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've definitely thought about just giving up, you know, the whole songwriting thing. Like, not sometimes it just feels like such a dead end. Like it's not going anywhere, and no one's listening anyway. And there's other things I could do, but then I miss it.
Yeah, and it would be insane if you did, because the amount of songs that I've heard you play, that and I haven't heard all of your songs, the few songs that I have heard are amazing and I love, and so many people love, like they all say it, you know, and you don't realize maybe the effect that it's having on someone else. And even if it's only one person, it makes such a difference. So
Good point.
I think anyway, I don't know.
Yeah.
I completely agree with Quiver, and I agree with what you said about JD's talent. I also just think you sort of owe it to yourself and the world, even if there are a few people who are enjoying it. You know, the world's mad. We're not always going to be stars, but if you can write a song that reaches a few people, that's a hell of a lot, and it's worth doing. And you've got it. You know, you shouldn't even think like that.
Yeah, it's so true.
Well, you really, that song really makes you think, though. You play it almost every time you're on, or at least when I'm on with you. I mean, I don't think it's
Brings us down every time.
but it's become like, to me, it's almost like your not your trademark, but like your signature. I'd be disappointed if I didn't hear it if you came on now.
Thank you.
It's really sweet, really, really good message, well delivered.
Thanks very much. Yeah, the next song I'm going to play is another one of mine, and it's another kind of trademark one that I tend to bring up. It's called The Musician. The reason why I'd bring this one on anyway is it's trying to make it up to this song, because when I first wrote it, I hated it and I thought it was terrible and a waste of time, and yeah, I just didn't give myself any credit at all. And then I played it for my dad, and he really found his own meaning in it. He actually asked me to write it about him, and I didn't, so it was really nice. So I play it now. It's called The Musician. I swear that I'm a musician, but I've forgotten how to sing. I've forgotten how to play. I've forgotten everything. But a bird is still a bird, even if its wings fall off. and I would have been a musician if I was ever good enough. It's a sad sort of longing for the cake you didn't eat, or the man you never kissed on the street you'll never meet. But a bird is still a bird, even if it's with regret. And I would have been a musician if by God I had been led. But I put down my guitar at the age of 23, and all my childhood dreams went and abandoned me. But a bird is still a bird, even if it has been caged. And I'll always be a musician, even if not on a stage. I swear that I'm a musician, and I know I love to play, and I'll always be a musician, even if no one knows my name. Thank you. If it's okay with you folks, I think I'm gonna leave it there for tonight. I'm very sorry, but I gotta go. But thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure, and it's been a pleasure listening as well to everyone. You're all so inspiring, and it's just fabulous to be able to share in this and enjoy this.
Thank you, Quiva.
So thank you.
Thanks, Quiva. Great songs.
Thank you, love. It is always wonderful to have you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Lovely to be here.
yes, it's good to have you back, and we'll see you soon, and I'll talk to you soon.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks, everybody. And with that, it's a wrap. It was a wonderful show. Thank you to all my helpers who helped to keep the dialogue going and making sure everybody was happy and felt connected. And Jeff's Place might be a little erratic in terms of the Thursdays that we're back, but we are here. We're just working on getting it a little bit smoother. We will be missing next week, where we won't have a show next Thursday, but the Thursdays that follow, with the exception of June 2nd, we're going to try our very best. June looks like it's going to be a pretty solid month. May is a little bit iffy. So watch your emails and know that if we're here, we want you in the audience. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for being
Thanks,
here.
Lauren. That's
Thank you
Carrie,
for sharing your
Judy,
love. And
Brilliant, Beth.
Jeff will be back soon.